What if I told you that in just 6 months, you could completely transform your life? I'm not talking about just small improvements like better habits, but a complete shift into the life you've always dreamed of living. Most people waste years stuck in the same routines, chasing goals they never reach. Why? Because they don't have a plan. They drift, hoping for change instead of creating it. The truth is, you don't need years to change your life. You just need focus, strategy, and a proven plan. In this video, I'm going to give you a 12-step master plan to change your life in 6 months. These aren't vague tips or feel-good advice. They're the exact steps you need to take to go from where you are to where you want to be. So, are you ready to stop waiting and start building the life you deserve? Let's dive in. Step 1. Define your vision. If you want to change your life in 6 months, the first thing you need is total clarity. Ask yourself, where am I going? What does success look like for me? Because if you don't know where you're headed, you'll waste time and energy going in circles. What do you want to achieve in the next 6 months? Do you want to become financially independent? Build a business that gives you freedom? Or do you want to completely transform your health and confidence? Most people stay stuck because they never get specific about their goals. They'll say, I just want to be successful, or I want to make more money. But vague goals lead to vague results, if any at all. Clarity is your superpower. Take the time to define what success looks like in as much detail as possible. How much do you want to earn? What type of business do you want to create? How do you want to feel 6 months from now? Write it all down. Be vivid and unapologetically specific. And remember, clarity doesn't just help you aim, it helps you act. When you know exactly what you're working toward, the path forward becomes clearer, and opportunities will start appearing everywhere. When you experience this, it may feel like magic, but it's just the power of focus. You can't hit a target you're not aiming at. Define your vision and you'll be one step closer to changing your life. Step 2. Believe it's 100% possible. Now that you've defined your destination, you need to make one thing absolutely clear in your mind. It's 100% possible for you to achieve it. There's no room for doubts and second guessing. If you don't believe you can reach your goal, you're already setting yourself up for failure. Doubt is like driving with the handbrake on. It slows you down, clouds your judgment, and makes the road ahead feel impossible. But when you truly believe it's possible, something incredible happens. Your mindset shifts. Instead of asking, can I really do this? You start asking, how can I make this happen? You stop waiting for permission and start searching for solutions. Belief doesn't just change how you think, it changes what you're able to see. Suddenly, opportunities appear that you couldn't see before. You start spotting the small openings, the hidden paths, the ways forward that doubt had kept out of sight. Burn this into your brain. You absolutely can do this. The next 6 months can change your life, but only if you fully commit to the belief that it's possible. Because here's the thing, if someone else has done it, why not you? The only difference is they believed they could, and they acted on that belief. This isn't about blind optimism. It's about knowing that the path is there, even if it's not obvious yet. Your belief is the key that unlocks the door. Without it, you'll never even try. So decide right now, are you ready to believe in your own potential? Because once you do, everything else becomes possible. Step 3. Know your why. Now that you know where you're heading and believe it's possible, it's time to tap into your most powerful motivator, your why. Why do you want to change your life? Why do you want to achieve this specific goal? Not the surface-level reasons. Dig deeper. Is it to provide for your family? To prove to yourself that you're capable of more? To escape the life you've been settling for and finally live on your terms? Here's the reality. The journey won't be easy. There will be moments when you feel like giving up, when the sacrifices seem too big, and the obstacles feel overwhelming. This is where your why comes in. Your why is your fuel. It's what will keep you going when motivation fades. It's the reason you'll get out of bed on the hard days. push through the discomfort, and keep going when most people quit. The ultra-successful aren't driven by shallow desires like wanting to make money. They're driven by something deeper, something more emotional to them that makes every challenge worth it. So ask yourself, what's at stake if I don't do this? What will my life look like if I stay exactly where I am? And what will my life look like if I succeed? When you find your why, hold on to it tightly. Write it down. Visualize it. Let it become the anchor that keeps you steady no matter how rough the waters get. Because at the end of the day, it's not talent or luck that separates those who succeed from those who don't. It's the strength of their why. Step 4. Select your skill. Your destination is clear, your belief is locked in, and your why is driving you forward. Now, it's time to figure out the how. How are you going to make this happen? The answer lies in one word: skill. Your skill is your vehicle to success. It's the tool you'll use to create value, solve problems, and move closer to your dream life. Without a skill, you're stuck spinning your wheels. With one, you're unstoppable. So, ask yourself, what skill can I master that aligns with my goals and strengths? It could be sales, coding, graphic design, content creation, or even trading crypto. Choose something that not only fits your personality, but also has the potential to generate results in the real world. Don't overthink it. You don't need to pick the perfect skill right now. You just need to pick one that gives you a clear path forward. Remember, mastery comes with time and commitment, not instant perfection. Once you've chosen your skill, commit to it fully. This is what you'll pour your energy, focus, and time into for the next 6 months. Treat it like your golden ticket, because that's exactly what it is. The ultra-successful aren't masters of everything. They're masters of something. Select your skill and start working on your path to mastery today. Step 5. Set action-oriented goals. Now that you've chosen your skill, it's time to set the kind of goals that will actually get you results. Most people fail because they focus on outcome-based goals, like, I want to make $10,000, or I want 1,000 followers. While these sound motivating, they're outside your direct control. What you need are action-oriented goals. These are goals based on specific actions you can take every single day, regardless of the outcome. For example, instead of, I want 10 clients, set a goal to send 25 outreach messages daily. Instead of, I want to grow my Instagram, aim to post one high-quality piece of content every morning. The difference between the two is that you can only control your actions, not the outcomes. You can't guarantee results, but you can guarantee effort. And consistent effort leads to progress, and ultimately, the results you're aiming for. Action-based goals also eliminate the overwhelm of focusing on the big picture. You're no longer obsessing over the finish line. You're focused on what's in front of you today. Set your action goals now. Write them down and commit to them daily. Because success isn't about grand gestures, it's about small, consistent actions repeated relentlessly over time. Step 6. Schedule deep work sessions. Mastery doesn't happen by accident. It requires focus, uninterrupted, intentional focus. And that's why the next step is critical. Scheduling deep work sessions. Every skill has a core task. For a writer, it's writing. For a salesperson, it's selling. For a content creator, it's creating. This core task is the foundation of your success, and it deserves your best energy and attention. Here's the problem. Most people treat their most important work as an afterthought. They try to squeeze it in between distractions, emails, and busy work. That's a recipe for mediocrity. Instead, set aside dedicated blocks of time every day for deep work. This is your sacred, non-negotiable time to focus entirely on the core task that drives your progress. It could be 2 hours in the morning before the world wakes up, or 2 hours in the evening when things quiet down. During this time, eliminate all distractions. No emails, no social media, no interruptions. Your only mission is to get into the flow state and do the work that matters most. What most people don't realize is, 2 hours of deep, focused work is far more effective than 8 hours of scattered effort. It's not about how much time you put in. It's about the quality of that time. So, block out your deep work sessions today. Treat them like appointments with your future self. Because the progress you make during these sessions will be the driving force behind your 6-month transformation. Step 7. Protect your mental energy. Every day, you wake up with a limited supply of mental energy. Let's call them brain points. And just like in a video game, once you've spent them all, you're done for the day. The problem is, most people waste their brain points on things that don't matter. They start their day scrolling social media, replying to pointless emails, or stressing over trivial problems. By the time they get to the work that actually moves the needle, their energy is spent. The ultra-successful know that brain points are precious, and they spend them wisely. That means starting the day with high-priority tasks that require focus and creativity. It means eliminating distractions, turning off notifications, setting boundaries, and creating an environment where you can truly concentrate. And it means saving low-priority tasks, like emails or admin work, for when your energy is naturally lower later in the day. Think of your brain points as currency, and spend them on the actions that bring you closer to your goals. When you protect your mental energy and focus on what matters most, you'll make more progress in 6 months than most people make in years. Step 8. Embrace sacrifice. Let's be honest. Changing your life in 6 months won't come without sacrifices. If it were easy, everyone would do it. But the truth is, extraordinary success demands extraordinary effort, and that means trading short-term comfort for long-term results. You'll have to say no to things that most people say yes to. Late nights out, endless scrolling on social media, binge-watching your favorite shows. These things may feel good in the moment, but they steal your time and energy. Sacrifice isn't punishment. It's a choice. You're not giving up something. You're trading it for something far greater. When you choose to work late instead of going out, you're building the future you've dreamed of. When you skip distractions to focus on your goals, you're gaining momentum. Here's the simple reality. You can either sacrifice for what you want, or you can sacrifice what you want. The choice is yours. Will it be uncomfortable at times? Absolutely. But every time you make a sacrifice, remind yourself why you're doing it. You're not just working hard for the sake of working hard. You're building a life most people will never have because they're unwilling to make the same sacrifices. Embrace it. Lean into the discomfort. 6 months of focused sacrifice can transform your entire life. Step 9. Invest in your skills. Your success is directly tied to the value you bring to the table, and that value comes from your skills. If you want to change your life in 6 months, you need to invest in the one asset that will pay you back forever, yourself. Think about it. Every dollar and every minute you spend improving your skills increases your ability to solve bigger problems, create more value, and command higher rewards. Want to earn more? Start by learning more. Invest in courses, books, coaching, seminars, or networking events that align with your chosen skill. The ultra-successful don't see personal development as an expense. They see it as a necessity. They know that every bit of knowledge, every new perspective, and every upgrade to their abilities pushes them closer to their goals. And it's not just about money. It's about time and focus. Carve out time every day to level up. Study your craft, practice deliberately, and seek out mentors who've already achieved what you want. When you invest in your skills, you're not just preparing for the next 6 months. You're setting yourself up for a lifetime of opportunities. This isn't a cost. It's the highest return on investment you'll ever make. Step 10. Study your failures deeply. Failures aren't just setbacks. They're gold mines of insight, but only if you're willing to dig into them. The problem is, most people fail and move on without ever asking why it happened or what they could learn. If you want to change your life in 6 months, you can't afford to make that mistake. Every failure you experience is a chance to get better, but only if you take the time to study it. When something doesn't go as planned, pause and reflect. What caused the failure? Was it a lack of preparation? A poor decision? Bad timing? Be brutally honest with yourself. Identify the root cause, not just the surface-level problem. Then, ask yourself what you can do differently next time. What adjustments can you make to your approach? How can you turn this failure into a stepping stone for success? The ultra-successful don't fear failure. They use it as fuel. They know that every mistake carries a lesson, and every lesson is a chance to grow stronger, smarter, and more resilient. Failure isn't the end of the road unless you let it be. If you're willing to study it deeply, it becomes one of the most powerful tools for your success. Step 11. Make a public commitment. Commitment is powerful, but when you make that commitment public, it becomes unstoppable. As human beings, we care deeply about how others see us. Nobody wants to look like a failure in front of their peers, their friends, or their family. You can use this natural desire to your advantage by making your 6-month goal a promise to someone you respect. Tell someone close to you, someone whose opinion you value, exactly what you're going to achieve and when. Share your vision, your plan, and the steps you'll take to get there. When you do this, you'll create an unshakable sense of accountability. Because now, it's not just about you. You've put your word on the line, and you'll do whatever it takes to keep it. This doesn't mean broadcasting your goals to everyone. It means choosing 1 or 2 people who genuinely care about your success. When they see your progress, their encouragement will fuel you. And when you feel like slacking, the thought of letting them down will push you to keep going. Making a public commitment flips a switch in your brain. It forces you to spot opportunities, find solutions, and take action. Because now, failure isn't just personal, it's public. And the thought of quitting becomes unthinkable. So, make that promise and put your pride on the line. You'll be amazed at how much harder you work when you're accountable to someone else. Step 12. Visualize the journey. Most people talk about visualizing their end goal, seeing themselves at the finish line, living their dream life. And while that's important, it's not enough. If you want to truly succeed, you need to go deeper. You need to visualize the journey. Picture the entire process, step by step. Imagine yourself taking action every single day. See yourself waking up early, hitting those deep work sessions, practicing your skill, overcoming challenges, and pushing through moments of doubt. This isn't just daydreaming, it's mental training. When you visualize the journey, you're preparing your mind for what's ahead. You're conditioning yourself to focus on the actions needed for success, not just the reward. And here's the key. Don't just picture the easy parts. Visualize the struggles, the obstacles, and the sacrifices you'll have to make. Then imagine yourself conquering them. This builds mental resilience before you even encounter the real thing. When you can see the journey clearly in your mind, you're far more likely to follow through in real life. It's like running a race you've already prepared for. You know what to expect, and you're ready to handle it. The end goal is important, but it's the steps along the way that will get you there. Visualize not just the destination, but the path that leads to it. Then, take that first step and keep going until you arrive at your vision. You now have the 12-step master plan to completely change your life in just 6 months. But knowing these steps isn't enough. You have to act on them. The next 6 months will demand focus, sacrifice, and relentless effort. There will be challenges, setbacks, and moments of doubt. But if you stick to this plan, if you commit fully, you'll achieve results most people can only dream of. The question is, will you be the person who watches this video and goes back to the same old habits? Or will you be the one who takes action, stays consistent, and builds a life that's unrecognizable 6 months from now? Your future is in your hands. The decisions you make today will define where you are 6 months from now. So, stop waiting and start moving. Because the life you've always wanted isn't going to wait for you. It's time to go after it. Your 6-month transformation starts now.